Good morning, everyone. Namaste. Welcome to this yoga class with me. I hope you are all feeling well, staying healthy, staying safe, and are ready for this practice. I am just gonna, if you can just let me know if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, then we can get started. I'm just gonna take a couple of seconds here. So the audio is good. Hearing and seeing all good. Can hear and see you. Thank you, Steve and Milk. I'm so glad. Awesome. Video is as good. I agree, as good as it gets. I know it's not the greatest video. I agree. I have ordered an external camera, and with all the things happening around us, I have ordered it 3 months ago, and I haven't still gotten it. So we'll see how things go. All right, everyone, let's get started. Today's practice, as you may have seen in my message, the class is all about release and receive. Now, if you want to build something new, whatever that is, that whenever we have to build something new, we need to clear the space, right? If you want to build a house, how can you build a house? First, in order to build a house, if there is a previous structure, we have to demolish that. If you want to create something, you want to clean up the space so that you have the space to build something new. And the same works for us as well, for the physical body as well as for the energy body, for the spiritual being that we are. If you want to bring something new to yourself, if you want to receive something new, you have to release something. So that's what we will do today. We will work on releasing and we will work on receiving. So when you're ready, let's get started. We'll start with the left hand. So start with bringing the first 2 fingers to touch the tip of the thumb, keeping the last 2 fingers straight. And in the right hand, the middle 2 fingers to touch the tip of the thumb, keeping the first 2 fingers straight. Flip the palms up and then rest them on your knees. Roll the shoulders back, elbows and shoulders are heavy. Sit up tall with your spine. Tap into your breath. Allow the abdominal muscles to be completely relaxed. Just for the beginning, we want to be able to tap into the breath and allow the breath to become big, expansive. Deep breaths. But don't be in a hurry to start to take deep breaths. Imagine you're blowing up a balloon and you're slowly filling air into that balloon. And it's going to take some time, right? We cannot in one full breath reach to the maximum capacity of that balloon. It takes some time. It takes a few breaths to be able to fill that balloon up. So keep that visual in your mind and slowly and gently breathing into the lungs to allow them to expand. And today, not just breathing into the lungs, feel as if the rib cage is moving in all directions. You feel it move forward and backward. You feel it move sideways to the left and the right, and you feel it move up and down as well. So visualizing it moving in 3 dimensions as you breathe here. Affirm to yourself here, getting yourself ready for today's practice. Eyes are still closed. I am here. I am present. I am ready. I am here. I am present. I am ready. Whatever journey the body and the mind is ready to go on, whatever journey the spirit wants to go on, whatever your practice will bring to you today, questions and revelations, answers and puzzles, whatever come to you today through your practice, you are here and you're present and you're ready to take on. You're ready to go on that journey. One more time. I'm here. I am present. I am ready. Notice how the breath is now. Do you feel a sense of release in your mid-abdomen as the diaphragm gently pushes down just a little bit deeper, allowing for the lungs to expand furthermore? Focus on the right side of your body, the right arm, the right hand. With your eyes closed and your awareness turned inward, ask yourself this question: what are you ready to receive today? One thing that you would want more of in your life today. What do you need? Oftentimes, to get more clarity on that question, it is nice, it is helpful to ask another subset of questions as to what brings me joy, what helps me live a more fuller, purposeful life, where do I feel my most natural self, what activity brings me joy. And maybe these questions will help you answer the bigger question: what do you need today more of in your life? Do not judge your needs in this moment. Your needs can be material needs, and your needs can be spiritual needs. Both are the two opposite sides of a coin. Both are needed. Let's not judge ourselves today in choosing what we need. Once you have gotten an answer for this question, focus on the left side. The left side of the brain, the left side of the whole body, left arm, left hand. And ask yourself, what am I ready to release today? Sometimes we tend to overanalyze this question, or any question for that matter, and the mind tries to complicate the process. Whatever comes to you right away, that's your right answer. What do you want to release today? This whole week, I personally have been working on releasing others' anger, others' frustration that tend to come towards me, that my energy tends to attract towards my own self. Choosing this week to not let others' emotions, others' feelings affect my core. Reminding myself that it's their emotions, it's their feelings, and that I choose to not allow my energy current to be affected by that. If this resonates with you, if this is something that you'd like to work with, maybe you can choose to release that today. Or releasing self-judgment, self-criticism, releasing expectations. Now that you have answers to both of these questions, focus on the right side, breathe in, and take in, affirm to yourself what you need more of in your life. Breathe out, focus on the left side. Affirm what you're ready to release today. Do this for 1 more minute. Inhale, internally say that. Say to yourself what you need more of. And exhale, say what you're ready to release. Just a few more breaths here. Now let's solidify this idea of releasing and receiving through the breath work. We will do Anulom Vilom, the alternate nostril breathing, bringing balance into receiving and releasing as well. We'll start by resting the left hand in Jnana Mudra. So the tip of the index and the thumb together, resting on your knee. And with the right hand, you separate your fingers just so, 2 together, index and the middle together, ring and the pinky together. Now, when you're ready, fold the first 2 fingers, the index and the middle, towards the base of your thumb, towards the heel of your hand, and if possible, keeping the last 2 fingers straight. Don't worry so much about the hand gesture, focus more on the breathing. What we will do here is breathe through one nostril and breathe out through the other. I will guide you through this initial few rounds, and then I would invite you to internalize this practice. With the right thumb, we close the right nostril, and with the right last 2 fingers, with the pinky probably, or the ring finger, we close the left nostril. So just breathing in through one and breathing out through the other, alternating, and that's why we call this the alternate nostril breathing. So when you're ready, we will take 2 preparatory breaths, really bring ourselves to the practice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now close the right nostril with the thumb and breathe in through the left. Close the left nostril with the ring finger and breathe out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Excuse me. Inhale right. Exhale left. Keep at it here a few more times. As you're becoming comfortable with this rhythm, and if you do not have any heart condition or blood pressure issues, only then add retentions to your breath. When you inhale through one nostril, see if you can close both the nostrils and hold the breath for a second or two, and then breathe out through the other nostril. At the end of the exhalation, again hold the breath for a second or two or longer if you want, and then breathe out through that nostril again. Hold and breathe out. Hold. Start the next cycle again, breathing in through the left nostril. Take all the time you need to slowly sipping in that nectar. Close both the nostrils, retaining the breath inside. Breathing out through the right when you're ready. And again, closing both the nostrils. Inhale through the right again. At the end of your inhalation, hold the breath again. Exhale through the left. And hold at the end of your exhalation on the left side again. So this completes one round. If the retentions don't feel good to you, you are more than welcome to skip them. If retaining only at the end of the inhalation feels good, but not at the end of an exhalation, then that's a possibility as well. Just holding at the end of the inhalation or holding at the end of the exhalation. Once you have gotten the rhythm of the breath down, when you breathe in through the left, visualize the left side, visualize what you're ready to release. And when you breathe out through the right, focus on the whole of your right side, what you're ready to receive. Allow the whole body now to participate in this practice. Allow your affirmations, allow your meditation and intentions to participate in this breath work as well. Just a few more breaths here. Really internalize the practice. Making sure to finish the breath work by breathing out through the left. Now release the hands down to the ground. Switch legs here. If you're sitting cross-legged, bring the other leg forward towards the front and bring the outer leg in. Start to roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lifting the shoulders up, shrugging the shoulders all the way up towards the ears, and then pushing them all the way back. Keep at it here a few more times, really lifting the shoulders and pushing them back. And now rotate in the other direction. Big circles, keep at it here. Big circles starting to warm the upper body up. Please know all the HTGC yoga members, for the second half of the year, you will have to sign up. You will have to register for your membership online at the temple website now, the information of which is shared on Facebook and WhatsApp group. So please make sure, starting July, the students need to register HTGC yoga memberships online at the temple website. If you have any questions or any confusion about that, reach out to us. And you can also find information in our WhatsApp group and our Facebook page. So I would highly recommend you become part of the group and also the Facebook page. I would also say that you sign the registration online, and that way we have your email address. And if there is a change, if there is an update on events, on registrations, then you can stay updated. I promise you, we will not inundate you with lots and lots of emails, just very limited information that pertains to your practice and your participation in HTGC yoga. All right, when you're ready, release the shoulders, drop the right ear to the right shoulder, use your hand and gently pull that neck, not the neck, the ear towards the shoulder, and maybe wrap that left arm around your back, pulling that left shoulder also away from the ear. Gently release, send the other arm back, and tilt the left shoulder to the left ear to the left shoulder, pulling the head down. Keep pressing that right shoulder away from the ear. Deep breaths. Exhale, gently release. Interlace the fingers together, send them to the back of your head. Draw a straight line, elbow to elbow. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, gently press the head down with your hands, pulling the chin towards the chest. Now, we all have a tendency to round the spine here as we do that. So I invite you to keep the spine straight and only just the head, pulling the head towards the notch between the two collarbones. Try and bring the chin to be nestled between the two collarbones. Keep at it here. Keep pulling the chin towards the chest, the back of the hands, gently pulling the head down. I am so glad Louise and I are able to practice all the way from the UK. It finally worked, the time worked, and we are able to practice together. So nice you are able to join us, Louise, all the way from the UK. Inhale, lift up. Let the head fall into your hands, puff the chest up. Keep lifting the chest up towards the ceiling. Let the head fall into your hands, long neck. Elbows are pushing back, opening the chest furthermore. Inhale, neutral spine. Now, take a deep breath in again. And as you breathe out, dip down through the right elbow. Try to bring that right elbow as close to the mat as possible. Keep pulling that inner shoulder out and keep lifting the upper elbow and upper shoulder up towards the ceiling. Inhale up and exhale to the other side. If your neck allows, the gaze can turn up toward the ceiling. Keep pushing the upper shoulder back. Elbows pointing up. Inhale up. Exhale down one more time. So try to find that balance here. You're trying to release, you're trying to surrender through one elbow, yet at the same time you're trying to receive, you're trying to reach with the other elbow. So that balance between surrender and receiving, balance between release and opening ourselves up to receiving. Inhale up, exhale to the other side again. Notice how wonderful that feels on the side of your body as you try to stretch, as you try to open up to the side of your body. Drawing a straight line, elbow to elbow with each repetition, sinking just a little bit lower, keeping the knees and the hips on the other side, firmly grounded on the mat. Inhale up, exhale, release the arms on the ground, let go. When you're ready, right hand on the left knee, inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist, look over your shoulder. Exhale, gently release. Left hand on the right knee, inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist. Keep at it here, looking over the shoulder, going deeper in your twist. Exhale, release one more time. Switch to the other side. And exhale, switch to other side one last time. And exhale, gently release, let go. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. Leading with the chest, as you exhale, fold forward towards the mat. We would want to be able to keep the arms in line with the head as far as we can comfortably do that. If that's not a possibility, go as far as you can. Then the spine is not cooperating anymore. Now you can release the hands and maybe bring the chest down towards the mat as well. So find the variation. Keep holding that. Grounding down through the hips, grounding down through the tailbone, and releasing the chest closer and closer towards the mat with each exhalation. Move if you have to, wiggle, adjust to make sure the hips and the thighs have enough space for them. And then with each exhalation, bringing yourself closer and closer to the mat. You can stay on the block here. You can come into your TV watching position. Just do whatever feels good. Letting the hips and the lower back decompress and open up. 3, 2, press into your hands, inhale, lift up. Now send the hands behind your back. I'm going to tilt sideways so it's easier for you to see. Send the hands behind your back, fingers pointing towards the hips, and straightening the arms, grounding down through the heels of the hands. Puff the chest up towards the ceiling where the head becomes heavy, falling back. Keep lifting the chest higher up. And let the head become heavy, falling behind you. Ground down through the heels of your hands. Chest lifts up, head goes back. 3, 2. Inhale, lift the chest up, pressing into the hands. Rest of the spine comes up as well. Now straighten the legs. Not straighten, separate the feet in front of you here. Arms on the inside if possible, arms in the prayer. Pressing into the hands, lift up all the way to a standing position. I'm going to do it a couple of more times, just because for us, this works in a couple of different ways. So one is here. For me, bringing the feet closer does the work, does the trick, and I can lift myself up. For others, I've seen they have to cross their ankles, and then they are able to come up. That's another option. Don't just wait, just keep at it. Go back down and lift back up. And another variation that I've seen is for a lot of people, wide the feet work. So they really separate the feet, and that position doesn't work for me. So if their feet are wide, then they are able to lift up and come back up. So out of these 3 variations, see what works for you, what you're able to do, and then bring yourself up. Maybe explore all 3 of them. See what you are able to do and what you're not able to do. Irrespective of whether you were able to do it or not, just trying itself is plenty. This is fun. Bring a smile to your face and stay here. Arms by your sides. Right hand glued to the right thigh. Left arm up, reaches up. As you breathe out, ground down through the right side, right foot, and start to lift the left leg all the way to the left side. And with that, lean with the upper body ever so slightly to the right side as well. Point the toes, the left toes away from the body, left arm in line with the left ear, drawing straight line from the fingertips to the toes. Find your balance. 3, 2, inhale up, exhale, release the arm down. Let's switch sides. Right arm up, left hand glued to the left thigh. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, ground down through that left leg and send the right out. Point the toes away from the body. Draw a straight line from the right fingertips to the right big toe. Find your balance. I find it most difficult to teach balancing postures in a class because I have to constantly talk. My mind is running at the speed of something really fast. And I'm not able to focus. I'm not able to focus on my balancing posture. So while teaching, it's very tricky for me personally to be able to teach and practice balancing postures. Inhale, lift up, exhale, gently release, let go. We'll do this one more time. As we repeat it the second time around, I invite you to focus on the ease with which, relative ease with which the body is able to do it again. Right hand glued to the right thigh, left arm up, reaches up. And as you exhale, lean to the other side. Leaning to the right side. See if you can go just a little bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale up, exhale down. Switching sides, inhale up, and exhale, lean to the other side. Draw a straight line. Maybe sink just a little bit deeper if you can. 4, 3, engage your toes. Inhale up, and exhale, gently release, let go. Wonderful. Inhale, lift both the arms up, reach up. And exhale, fold forward or hold it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, slide back, bend. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, slide back, bend. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. One more time. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Bending the knees generously here. Firmly planting your hands onto the mat. Send the right leg back, going through a few rounds of sun salutations, starting to warm the body up for more, for other standing postures. So know that the right knee can stay on the mat, toes can stay curled under, or if part of your practice is to rest the top of the foot on the mat, then you can go ahead and do that. Left ankle under the left knee, gently pressing the hips forward, chest is facing forward, and the gaze is in front of you. 3, 2, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat, hold it here again. Lead with the right heel and try and press that right heel to the back wall behind you. As you hold this lunge, can you stay in this position without putting any weight on your hands? The hands are still close to the ground, but your hands are just hovering. They're not bearing any weight. And if you do that, how does the posture change for you? Play with it. Drop the hands down for a second and drop the right knee down for a second. Just regroup. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Once again, lift the right knee up. Activate the right leg by pressing the right heel away from the body. Keep the chest forward, gaze forward. Pressing into that left leg. Can you soften your hands? No weight on the hands. They are hovering. They're close to the ground, but they're not bearing any weight. What body part is doing the work here? 3, 2, and exhale. Gently release. One more breath. Regroup. Once again, lift the right knee up. Chest forward, gaze forward. Hover on your hands. This time, see if you can also not put the weight of your chest on your left thigh. Can you keep the chest hovering on top of the thigh as well without dumping the weight of the chest on the thigh? 3, 2, and exhale. Release the right knee down. More challenging than it looks, right? Me and my son went for a 7-mile bike ride yesterday, and my body is just really feeling this practice today. So really lift the right leg up. I promise we're done with this part. We can move further ahead. Now curling the toes under, rounding the shoulders, send the left leg back to a high plank. Hold that high plank. Keep the gaze towards the edge of your mat. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down, hips back, chest and down. Stay in your Ashtanga Namaskar, the 8th limb salute. Feel that slight pressure on your chest. Let it work on your Anahat, the heart center. 3, 2. Straighten the legs on the mat. Hands stay under the shoulders, elbows hug the rib cage on both sides. Lengthening the legs on the mat. Press the top of the feet firmly pressed on the mat. If there is any lower back sensitivity, keep the feet as wide as your hips are. If you have a strong back, then you can keep your legs together, like the tail of the cobra. So you can make your legs to come together as one entity. Pressing through the quads, pressing through the top of your upper legs, pressing into the hands to lift the chest up. Come as little as your body allows. I've already taught a class before this, so my body is slightly warmer than yours. So if you like, just lift into a baby cobra. Maybe lift higher up a little bit more if you like. Exhale, release all the way down. Curl the toes under. Lift halfway up onto hands and knees. Bring the knees under the hips and bring the hands under the shoulders. Pause here, keep the gaze long, looking out towards the upper edge of the mat. Let's do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Try it here a few more times. Flow with your own breath. Keep the gaze forward, firmly pressing into the hands. The left toes are curled under. Send the right heel back. Draw a straight line. Keep the belly engaged. Straight line from the hip to the heel or from the hip to the toes. So you can keep your toes flexed, away from the shin or in toward the shin, your choice, whatever speaks to you, but keep the leg straight. We often have a tendency to lift the leg higher up. I invite you to keep the leg in line with the hip and engage the core here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and when you're ready, start to bring the right knee forward. Keep it to the outside of the right hand, straightening the leg behind you, the left leg behind you. Pause here. Keep puffing the chest forward. Right knee is to the outside of the right hand. Chest is puffing forward. If possible, head goes back. Keep the jaws together. Left leg straight behind you. Engaging the neck muscles, engaging the facial muscles, opening the muscles that support the rib cage. Gently pressing the hips forward. Left toes curled under. Engage the core, lift the leg up, hover here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and send the leg back. Drop the knees down to all fours again. Knees are as wide as the hips are, hands as wide as the shoulders are, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. 5 more cat-cows here. Inhale up, and exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rounding the spine. 3 more times. Bringing the spine to neutral, draw a straight line from the left hip to the left heel. Lead with the heel or lead with the toes, your choice. Keep the hands firmly grounded into the mat. Keep the core engaged. Now, as you bend the left knee, tap it to the outside of the left hand, straighten the right leg behind you, and just pause here. Keep pressing the chest forward, keep pressing into the hands. Straight line with the right leg. Press down through your quads. Deep breaths. If your head allows, send the head back. Keep the jaws together. Let the chest, neck, and facial muscles be engaged here. Head neutral. Curl the right toes under. Lift the hips up. And now hover with the left leg as well. 5, 4, 3, 2. Send the left leg back. Drop the knees down. Drop the forehead down to a child's pose. And breathe. Lifting up, lay down on your mat again with your belly on the mat. Hands under the shoulders and elbows hugging the rib cage. Turn the head over towards the right hand. So as if you're trying to touch the tip of your nose to your right hand. Push the left shoulder away from the body, away from the left ear. Feel that extension on the left side of your neck. Pressing into the hands. Lift the chest up. Look over the right shoulder. Try and see your left heel overhead, over your shoulder. Exhale, release down towards the center. Take one resting breath. Now turn the head to the left side as if you're touching the tip of the nose to the left hand. Push the right shoulder away from the right ear. Pressing into the hands, lift up. Look over the left shoulder, look over the right heel. Exhale, gently release, let go. Wiggle your hips, wiggle your thighs. Just let go of any tightness here. Bringing the head to a neutral position. Now pressing into the hands, lift up to a deeper back bend if you can. Finding a variation of the posture that works for you. If the neck permits, let the head go down. Creating space in the lower back as you do this. Bringing the head up, bending the elbows, chest down to the mat. Curl the toes under, press into the hand to all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pause here. 3 cat-cows again, neutralize the spine. Now exhalations will feel especially good after that back bend, after that cobra. So focus on those exhalations. Maybe holding that exhalation or holding that position while continuing to breathe. If the rounding of the spine, if the cat feels good, then hold the cat for a few breaths. Maintain that lift in your spine. Continue to breathe in and out. While you hold this position, just focus on your exhalations more. Hollow out the belly more. Pull the chin to the chest. Tuck the tailbone under. 3, 2, keeping the toes curled under. As you exhale, push up to down dog. First down dog of the practice. So if you need to paddle, if you need to bend your knees, one at a time, go ahead and do that. Fingers are spread out wide. Eyes of the elbows are facing each other. Eye of the elbows facing each other. Shoulder blades opening up horizontally, as if you're trying to wear a vest, opening the underarms to the sides. Pull the belly in toward the spine. Pull the chest towards the thighs. And maybe keeping the legs straight, trying to bring the heels down to the mat. Now sway both the hips to the right side and both the hips to the left side. To the right, to the left. Gaze forward. Bend your knees generously. Bring the right foot between your hands, drop the left knee down. Press forward with your hips, chest and gaze forward. We'll pause here for a few breaths, noticing how the left side is responding. How is the left hip, front of the left thigh? Swing from side to side if that feels good. Allow the hips to become heavy. There is no hurry. You have taken this time out for yourself. And you will give permission to your body to enjoy this practice. You will give permission to your body, the physical and the energetic, to release. You will allow yourself to be ready to receive. Lifting the left knee off the mat, bringing the left leg forward into a forward fold. Relax the head, keep the belly engaged, pulling the upper body down towards the legs. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Bend the knees generously and send the left leg back, drop the left knee down. We'll pause here again and exploring the lunge in its 3 different variations today. The left knee stays on the ground, or the left knee can come off the mat, your choice. So first, let's pause. All of us keep the left knee down on the mat and take 3 breaths here. Now lift the left knee off the mat and try and hover your hands. Keep holding that. Very little weight on the hands. Release the hands down, release the knee down, take one resting breath. One more time, third variation. Lifting the knee off the mat, left knee off the mat, or keep the knee on the mat, your choice. Now hover the hands, and also do not put any weight of your chest on your thigh. Keep holding that. Stay hovering, yet no weight on your thighs. 3, 2, and exhale. Rest the hands down. Drop the left knee down. Pause here again. Sway from side to side. Lifting the left knee up. Round the shoulders right, leg goes back to half plank. Hands are under the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Now separate the knees out wide and take a child's pose here. Excuse me. Focus on the chest. Try to bring the chest down towards the mat, reaching forward with the hands. Pressing up, knees as wide as the hips are, hands under the shoulders. Strong, firm foundation here. Now start to make circles with the neck. A few clockwise and a few anti-clockwise. Rotating the head from one side to the other here. Big circles. Keep the shoulders engaged. Don't dump the weight into your shoulder blades. Don't stick the shoulder blades up. Rather, keep the earth away with your hands, engaging the arms and the shoulders. And keep making circles with your head. If half a circle is what is in reach for you today, then that's what you will do. If full circles are a possibility, this feels really amazing for tight neck and shoulders. Go ahead and do that. Bringing the spine to a neutral position here, walk your hands forward, release the belly down to the mat. Take the time here to move the hips, to lengthen the legs on the mat, rest the top of the feet on the mat. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows are hugging the ribcage. Just pause here, lifting the chest up. Now bring the forearms forward so that the elbows are under the shoulders. Elbows and forearms are wide and parallel to each other. Continue to press into your forearms down towards the mat and continue to lift the chest up. Press the top of your thighs on the mat as well. And now imagine as if the elbows are pressing back towards the hips. So two things are happening, actually three things. One, forearms are pressing down, elbows are pressing back towards the hips, and your pubic bone and the thighs are pressing down towards the mat. Sphinx, Naraviralasan, hold this for full 5 to 8 breaths. Holding the Sphinx here, bend the knees and bring the shins parallel to each other. Toes are flexed, heels are lifting up towards the sky. I feel the need to lengthen through my thighs here. I feel the need to move the knees away from the hips. If that feels good to you, go ahead and do that. Continue to press through the forearms. Continue to lift the chest up. Keep holding your Sphinx. Gaze and chest forward. See if you can bring the feet closer and now point the toes to the back of your head. Heels are trying to touch the hips. Toes are pointing to the back of the head. The forearms and elbows are still active and the head goes back. Keep the jaws together. Straighten the legs on the mat as you bring the chin down. Walk the hands under the shoulders, rest one side of the face on the mat, and just straighten the arms by your sides. Let the blood flow back to your arms, nourishing your arms, your neck, and your shoulders. Take a moment to marvel how such a simple exercise, Sphinx is supposed to be the most mildest of all the back bends. When held for a little bit longer, can give a challenge to the body. Just marvel that, breathe into that space. Rest the other side of the face on the mat now, letting the neck relax. Hands under the shoulders, toes are curled under. Lift halfway up and then all the way up into the down dog. Stay here, gaze forward. Right foot towards the back edge of your mat, to the center of your mat. Right leg all the way up towards the sky. Keep the heel, the left heel on the mat if possible. If it comes off, it's okay. But try to feel that sensation when you're trying to press the left heel down to the mat while lifting the right toes all the way up towards the ceiling. Ears are in line with the upper arms. Belly is engaged here as if you're trying to move the pelvis away from the lower back. Gaze forward, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Keep that left leg straight behind you, leading with the left heel, pressing that left heel back. And when you're ready, we'll do this 4 more times. Right leg goes all the way up, grounding down through the left heel. Without making any sound, gently land the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Hold. Are both your hands in one straight line, or is one hand ahead of the other? When you're ready, breathe out, push back with the right leg again. Left heel on the mat if possible. Ears in line with the upper arms, and when you're ready, right foot forward to the side of the right hand. Left leg straight behind you. Exhale, go back. One last time, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Pause here and drop the left knee down to the ground. Now, lower down with your upper body as well if you can. This is a variation as you go into the lizard. You can come along if you don't want to. You can just stay here and enjoy this hip opener. Now, take lower down and needle the right arm under the right leg to rest the right hand to the outside of the right foot. I'll repeat that one more time. The right foot was outside of the right hand. Now, send the right arm under the right leg so that the right hand is on the outside of the right foot. Lower down with the upper body so that the right leg can ride up the right arm or the right shoulder. Coming closer to the lizard here, this itself is plenty. Stay here. If you want, lift the left knee off the mat, press into your hands, stick the elbows out, And lift the right foot off the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Ground down, press the right foot down, left knee down, release the right hand from under the right leg, left knee up, right leg back to down dog again. Exhale, drop the knees down to the mat, take a child's pose. Note that child's pose is accessible to you throughout the practice. Anything that I say or guide you through is a mere suggestion. If anything does not feel right, any posture does not feel right, any alignment cue that feels like I am not ready to go there, you are more than welcome to not do that part of the practice. Just breathe into your child's pose. Press into your hands again on all fours, and then exhale, hips up towards the ceiling. Hold your down dog, ground down. Bring the right foot towards the back edge of your mat, right foot to the center of the mat, and lift the left leg up towards the sky. Stay here. Gaze forward, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Push back, left leg all the way up. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Do this 3 more times at your own pace. Try to make as little sound as possible while lifting the leg up and while bringing the leg forward. The more you do this without the sound, the more in control your body will be. The more the core will have to do the work. One more time. Pause here. And let's go into the lizard on the left side. So make sure you're drawing a straight line from one wrist to the other. Now take the left hand, left arm under the left leg, left hand to the outside of the left foot. So you're riding that left leg on top of your arm, straighten that right leg behind you, knee off the mat, pressing into the hands, rounding the shoulders, left foot off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips down, drop the heel down, release the arm. Lift the right knee off the mat, pressing into the hands. Send that left leg back to down dog again. One last time. Drop the knees down, take a child's pose. Just keep breathing here. Keep holding your child's pose for a few breaths. Inhale up into your from your child's pose to all fours again. Knees are further back, dip the hips down to the mat, and lift up to a back bend. If you like, go into an upward facing dog, balancing on your toes or the top of your feet and your hands, lifting the legs off the mat, hips off the mat. Feels good. You can sway from side to side here. Keep your core engaged. Please do not dump the weight into your lower back. Drop the knees down. Pause in your child's pose again. Press into your hands, curl your toes under to down dog. Gaze forward, left foot forward between your hands. Pause in your lunge. 3 full breaths again. Right foot forward. Breathe out in your forward fold. Pause here. Let the head become heavy. Feel the length in the sides of your neck.
Keep pulling the belly towards the thighs, the forehead closer towards the shins. Shift some of your weight into your toes as well, letting the back of the legs stretch more. Inhale, gently lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a few breaths here. Release the hands down to the mat. Coming on to a wide-legged position here. Prasarita Padottanasana, the wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the waist. Draw a straight line from one big toe to the other. Outer edges of the feet pressing into the mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, leading with the chest, start to fold forward. Go as far as you comfortably can. Widening the stance if you like. When you cannot go any further, release the hands under the shoulders. Use your hands to help the upper body come closer towards the mat. Here you can use a block to rest your hands on the block, to rest your forehead on the block. If you can, maybe rest the forehead down on the mat or the top of the foot, not the top of the foot, the top of the head. Forearms on the mat. Keep pressing the outer edges of your feet into the mat. Just find this variation, find the variation of this posture that works for you. Take a couple of seconds to explore to do whatever feels good to you here. Holding the wide-legged forward fold, holding its variations, any variation that speaks to you, that works for you. Now inhale, lift yourself halfway up. Using a block or using your hand, let me quickly grab my block so I can show you how to use it with a block. Resting the left hand on the block, inhale the right arm up towards the sky. If the neck allows, gaze can turn up towards the ceiling as well. You lower the block if you feel like it's accessible to you. Maybe the hand can stay on the mat. You don't want to dump into the lower shoulder, so that's the more important thing. Keep the shoulder blades moving away from each other. Drawing a straight line from one hand to the other, from one foot to the other. Release the right hand down, switch sides. Left arm up, reach up. Gaze can turn up as well if your body allows you to do that. Exhale, gently release, hands to the waist. Inhale the head up, and then the rest of the spine up. Now here, staying in the wide-legged stance, turn the right toes to the right side, and the left toes slightly to the right side. So you're making a 45-degree angle with the back foot. Hips are opening up towards the right side, the left side. Draw a straight line from one middle finger to the other. Take a deep breath and fill yourself up. Lean with the upper body to one side. And as you breathe out, release the right hand down towards the right shin, towards the ground, or pressing the palm on the mat, pushing the left shoulder back and away from the body. Gaze can be down towards your right hand, straight in front of you, or up towards the sky. Whatever your body allows you to do. Again, if you have a block, then instead of keeping the hand on the ground, you can use your block and rest your hand on the block. Whatever works for you. Ground down through the outer edge of the back foot. Allow the length to come into the side of your body, the left side of your body. If it feels good, the left arm comes in line with the left ear, further accentuating that stretch, that lateral stretch in the body. Keep pushing the shoulder and the hip back. The left hip and the left shoulder back. Firmly grounding down with your feet, imagining as if you're ready to tear your mat apart with your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the hands down. Both the toes are turned forward. Let's do it on the left side. Left toes are turned to the left side. Right slightly to the left side. Open the chest out. Arms in one straight line. Inhale, fill yourself up. Lean to the left. And exhale. Drop the left hand onto your shin, onto your block, onto the ground. Whatever works for you. Drawing a straight line from the left hand to the right hand. Gaze down towards the mat, straight in front of you, or up towards the sky. Stay here, find your variation of the triangle, knowing that the front leg is straight if possible, grounding down through the outer edge of the back foot. If your body allows, the right arm in line with the right ear, pushing back with the right chest, right shoulder, right hip. Breathe. Again, focusing on that lateral stretch in the body. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the arms, turning the toes forward. Roll the shoulders back. Send the arms behind your back and make a tight fist together. I will show you towards the front. So interlacing the fingers together and pressing the heels of the hands together. Make that tight fist. Puff up through the chest. Once again, forward fold, leading with the chest. The grand seal, lifting the fist up towards the sky, releasing the forehead towards the mat. Keep lifting the shoulders away from the ears. Feel that extension in the sides of your neck as you move the shoulders away, leading with the fist up towards the sky. And the top of the head surrenders to the mat, towards the block, to wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. First, lift the head up, and then the rest of the spine now. Now here, whenever I make a fist, I have a tendency to bring the right thumb on top of the left. Now, make the fist the other way behind you so that the left thumb, or if it is right for you, the left thumb is on top. Again, making a tight fist, arms straight if possible, puff the chest up. Exhale, leaving with the chest fold forward. Keep pushing the shoulders away from the ears. Use your fist to draw the arms away from the shoulders. Keep holding. 3, 2, inhale, lift the head up, and then the rest of the spine up. Release the arms. Slowly walk the legs together, or maybe jump the feet together, your choice. Wonderful job, everyone. Just a few more minutes of the standing posture, and then you get to rest. Feet as wide as the hips are. Now here, rest your hands on the waist, and just hop on your feet here. Feet are firmly grounded. Bend your knees and just hop here and start to feel the muscles around your knees. So your lower thighs and your upper shins. Feel the muscles around your knees do the work here. It's just hopping and allowing the muscles and the connective tissues around the knees to become strong. Upper body is not moving and you're not leading with the belt. Oftentimes I see people do this. So they lead with the hip. This is the belly. They lead with the pelvis. This is not what we're trying to do. Upper body stays straight, just bending the knees and sinking lower with the hips. Like you decided to sit down and then you changed your mind. Said, okay, let me take a seat. I'm going to sit. Oh, no, I have something else to do. And then you came out of it. So just that hopping very slightly up and down, strengthening the area around our knees, and God knows as we get older, we need to keep our knees strong. We need to work on keeping our joints healthy. Quite an excellent exercise to do that. And this will also prepare us for the next part of the practice. And come to a neutral. Arms go up. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Hold that, find the balance. For a lot of us, this is enough. This is plenty. And you're more than welcome to pause here. If you like, kick the right heel back and release the hands down to the ground in front of the left foot. Keep kicking that right leg up towards the sky and keep lowering down with the upper body. Imagine all the things that we have done to be able to practice this today. All the work we have done to strengthen the legs, to open the hips, to engage the core. Bending both the knees generously. Start to bring the right knee forward again. Arms go up. Option to keep the knee bent or to straighten the leg forward. No choice. Bend the knee again. Keep the leg back and lean forward. With each repetition, finding yourself just a little bit closer towards the left knee and lifting the right leg higher up. Bend the knee, arms go up, bringing the right knee forward again. Option to straighten that right leg. If you like, you can go ahead and straighten that right leg. 3, 2, kick the leg back, lean forward. And one last time, lifting up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale, arms down, and then the right heel down. Pause, bend your knees once or twice. Let's do it on the other side. Arms go up, reach up, left knee up. So here we want the left knee to be pulled in toward the belly as much as possible. The more we pull the knee in, the more you'll feel your abdominals, the more you'll feel your obliques. Do the work of lifting the leg up. Exhale, push the heel back, lean forward. Keep that leg nice and high. Push it up. Bring the upper body closer towards the left foot. Hands closer towards the left foot. Bending the knee, lifting the arms up, lifting the knee up. 3, 2, 1. Kick the leg back, lean forward, nice and high again. One last time, bending the knee. Arms go up. Keep pulling that knee in towards the chest. Exhale, release the arms down, release the leg down, and rest. Feet slightly wider than your hips are, hands to the heart. Let's transition slowly down to the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Go as far as you comfortably can, and this time lower down. Legs are straight. Lay down on your mat, do Anantasana, the infinity posture. There are several ways of doing this posture. We start by stacking the right leg on top of the left here. Now, once you have done that, once one leg is on top of the other, one foot is on top of the other, few variations to explore on the left arm here. 1, left shoulder stays under the left elbow stays under the left shoulder, and you just stay here. If you like, extend the left shoulder out and rest the head on a stand that you create with your left hand. So that's another option. Third option, straighten the left arm, rest the head down, and just be comfortable here. Right hand stays in front of your chest for that added support. So between these three variations, whatever works for you, choose that. Notice how the hips have a tendency to lean back. Try not to do that. Keep the hips straight, one on top of the other. Now inhale, lift the right leg up, and exhale the right leg down. Keep at it here, leg up and leg down. Lift it as high as you can. You're not opening the hip upward, you're just lifting the leg sideways. So arm can stay glued to your thigh and moves as the leg moves up and down. Or the right hand can stay in front of you for that added support. Whatever works for you. Keep at it here. We've done a lot of things for stretching, and this is an excellent exercise for strengthening. Anant Asana, the infinity posture. Pausing to explore the infinite possibilities, the infinite parallel universes that are there, and often how we get caught up in our own challenges and difficulties. And as we pause in this infinity posture, reminding ourselves that there are millions and millions of people who are ready in the blink of an eye to switch lives with you. You'll be more than happy. Your life is the dream life. Just pause and think of all those infinite universes, and for them how lucky you are, how blessed you are, and what greater challenges they are facing. Would love to be in your shoes. Pause here. Bend your right knee and rest that right foot in front of your left thigh. Use your right hand to gently pry that knee away. And just breathe, choosing whatever you want to do with your left arm. Now holding that, lift the left leg off the mat as well. Yeah, breathe, breathe, breathe. This is a holding game. This is building strength. So keep at it here. Keep at it. Keep lifting that left leg off the mat. Is there a little bit of shaking happening in the body anywhere? Notice that, observe that. You just breathe into that space. You got this. Keep lifting it higher up if you can. Readjust the leg, readjust the rib cage. 3, 2, and release the left leg down, straighten the right leg. And just sway the leg all the way back and all the way forward. All the way back and all the way forward. And it feels good to make a circle here. Make a circle. Just whatever feels good. Just explore. The challenge would be to maintain the balance here, to keep one hip. See how I'm gripping on my mat to not toss or not to fall behind or fall over. So just find that place where you're still able to maintain your balance. You're able to sway your leg. You're able to make circles with your leg. Whatever feels good. Keep at it here, keep at it, keep at it. I'm just keeping an eye on the messages, making sure that there is constant feed going on. That there's no lag, that you're able to hear me well, that you're able to see me well. So I just keep coming back to the screen. Thank you for practicing with us, Louise. Enjoy your time with your family. And exhale, release the right leg down. Now here, move to the other side. I know you want to be able to continue to look at the screen, so the best way is to just switch to the other side of your mat. Choose what you want to do with your right arm. Left leg on top of the right. Feel the pelvis move away from the rib cage. Now, left hand in front of the chest. Left leg comes up and down. What body parts are doing the work here of lifting the leg up and down? That's my smoke alarm. Clearly, the breakfast is not going as well as it should have. Keep at it here. And exhale, release. Bring the left foot in front of the right thigh. Left knee pointing up towards the sky. Gently press that knee away from the body. Pause here. This itself is plenty. Feel that separation, that slight decompression of the lower back, that creating space between the pelvis and the lower back. Now lift the right leg off the mat. Let that leg hover from the grounding down through the left foot, lifting that right leg nice and high, up and away from the ground. Keep pushing that left knee away from the body. And finding that balance between relaxation through the upper body and activation through the lower body. Release and receive. Release and receive. Got it here. Readjust. See if you can lift the leg higher up. 3, 2, and exhale. Gently release the right leg down. And then the left leg down. Adjusting the hips again. Draw the leg forward and push the leg back behind you. Draw the leg forward and push the leg behind you. So trying to find that sweet spot. You're able to balance yourself, yet at the same time play with the posture, swaying the leg from one side to the other. And we have done all of that. Remember, we did all of this in standing with our knee bent, bringing the leg back, bringing the leg forward. So you're ready for this. We have worked our way up to this. And exhale, gently release. If you want to make circles as well, go ahead and do that. Make circles with the left leg. A few clockwise and a few anti-clockwise. And when you're ready, lay down on your mat. Separate your feet as wide as your mat is and create space in your lower back. So make sure you wiggle and you move. Pull the pelvis up and then plant the lower back down on the mat. Once again, tucking the belly in toward the spine, lift the pelvis up and then ground it down. So you feel the lower back becoming flat on the mat. Keep that space, keep that length in your lower back going. Now when you're ready, feet are wide as the mat is, drop the right knee to the left foot, as if you're trying to touch the left foot with your right knee. Keep holding that. And lift the left leg up. Keep it on top of your right leg. Just breathe into that space. Keep pulling the right knee down towards the mat. And keep pulling the right hip down towards the mat. As if you're trying to stretch your thigh long here. Right hip heavy, pulling down towards the mat. Right knee heavy, pulling down towards the mat. Just breathe into that space. Release the left leg down and lift the right knee up. I have an urge to adjust my shoulders, and that is something that you might be feeling as well. And that's because the body has become long and you feel like I need to adjust my shoulders up a little bit, creating space for that length that we have created in the body. Let's do it on the other side. Dip the left knee towards the right foot and rest the right leg on top of the left. Keep pulling that left knee down towards the ground, and also keep the left hip grounded towards the mat as well. Now it's not going to be able to touch the ground. I just want you to feel the sensation as if you're imagining, as if there's a heavy weight pulling the left hip down towards the mat. Focus on the knee. Try and bring the knee closer towards the mat. It's okay if the left hip comes off the mat. Just let it be heavy, pulling down towards the mat. Again, visualizing as if the left thigh is becoming long. Breathing into that space. Exhale, release the right leg. Inhale the left knee up. Again, if you need to adjust your shoulders and the pelvis, go ahead and do that. Touch the knees together and let the feet be as wide as your mat is. Focus on your exhalations here. Really pull the belly in toward the spine, flattening the lower back on the mat. Inhale, fill your belly all the way up. Exhale, pull the belly in toward the spine, flattening the lower back on the mat. One more full breath just like that. Now walk the feet together. Bring both the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and rock from side to side. Taking just a couple of minutes to do some core work, as if we haven't done that enough already. So if you want to skip this part out, you're more than welcome to just stay in your happy baby. Just do whatever feels good to you. If you want to come along, bring your arms by your sides, straighten the left leg towards the mat, lift the left leg up and straighten the right leg towards the mat. Lift the right leg up and drop the left leg down. Lift the left leg up and drop the right leg down. Just keep switching from one leg to the other here. Swaying from one side to the other. Let the heels hover the ground. Let the heels not come down towards the mat, yet bring the heels as close to the ground as they can get here. Deep breaths will help you work through this. Bring both the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Squeeze, rock from side to side. Deep breaths. Neck is long on the mat. Keep squeezing the knees in now. Release the legs straight on the mat without letting the heels touch the ground. Inhale, legs up and knees in. Straightening the legs. Inhale, legs up and knees in towards the chest. Heels are not touching the mat. They're staying as close to the mat as possible, but they're not touching the mat. Keep at it here. Pause. Again, wrap your arms around your legs, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. When you're ready, legs up towards the sky. Lower the legs down and bring them in towards the chest. And you're reversing the direction of your circles here. Up, hover, and in. Up, hover, and in. Up, hover, and in. Keep at it here a few more times. And bring the knees in towards the chest, wrap your arms around your legs, rock from side to side. Lift the feet up towards the sky, holding on to the big toes. Keep the lower back on the mat. You want to be able to keep the tailbone on the mat. Separate your feet away from each other and gently pulling the knees down towards the mat. So as you hold on to the big toes, your goal is to try and touch the knees on either side of your rib cage. Just breathe into that space. Here, if it feels good, straighten the right leg to the right side and then bend the right knee and bring it in. Straighten the left leg to the left side and then bring that in. So keep switching from one side to the other. Now bring the soles of the feet together and rest the heels down on the mat in the sleeping butterfly. Again, adjust your hips. Relax the shoulders, maybe widen the shoulders more. Just breathe into that space. Feel the upper thighs, feel the hips relax into this posture. Gently bring the knees in towards the chest. Straighten the left leg on the mat and bring the right knee in towards the chest. Rest your hands on the shin and press the knee towards the chest. Now lift the left leg up towards the sky. Holding the left foot with the left hand, rest the left ankle on the right thigh. Bend the left knee, needle the right arm through the legs and rest your hands on your left shin, gently squeezing the knees in. Now, if this is not a possibility, then just release the left shin and hold the back of the left thigh and continue to squeeze them in. Squeeze the left thigh in. Over here, deep breaths. It's the sleeping pigeon or the reverse pigeon. I don't know exactly what the terminology is. Just imagining getting that hip opening effect of the posture, but you're laying down on your back. There's much more control here, and because you can decide how much further you want to pull the left knee in towards the chest, and you start to feel its effect on the right hip. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Left leg up towards the sky. Release the arms down by your sides and slowly relax the left leg down on the mat. Pause here. The right ankle is still on the left thigh. If the foot tends to slide away, then hold the left foot with your left hand. The left foot is still on the right foot with the left hand, and the left leg is straight, right foot on the left thigh. Keep holding here. See what happens if you keep the left leg active and how the body responds if you let the left leg relax. Just keep breathing here, imagining this is your sleeping tree now. You're doing your tree, the legs are in the tree variation, but you're laying down. You're doing your supported tree. Now release the right leg down on the mat and bring the left knee in towards the chest. Keep squeezing that knee in. Feel the lower back become flat on the mat. Lift the right leg up towards the sky as well. Now, holding the left foot with the right hand, rest the left ankle on the right thigh. Needle the left arm through the legs, reach for the back of the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Now hold on to the right thigh or hold on to the right shin, your choice. Whatever feels good. Straight from side to side, flatten the lower back. Keep squeezing that right knee in. Feel the stretch on the left side. Shoulders and arms are relaxed. Just breathe. When you're ready, straighten the right leg up towards the sky. You can keep holding on to the left foot with the right hand. Exhale, release the right leg down on the mat. Let the left knee come closer towards the mat in your sleeping tree. Right leg active or right leg released, your choice. Deep breaths here. Now release the left leg down on the mat as well. Both the legs are straight. Arms are by your sides. Guide both the knees in towards the chest. Arms stay by your sides. Just sway the knees from one side to the other, as if you're just tapping your knees from one side to the other side, and keep at it here. Engaging the obliques, really bringing length to the spine, stretching the muscles that support the spine. Keep at it here, swaying from one side to the other. See if you can tap the knees, really let them touch the ground on either side. Arms are in line with the shoulders, away from the legs, getting out of the way of the legs. Just keep swaying from one side to the other. Gaze can be up towards the sky or gaze can follow the movement of your knees. Bringing the knees to a neutral, soles of the feet together in butterfly for a couple of breaths. And now when you're ready, straighten the legs out on the mat. Final resting posture, Shavasana. Make yourself at ease, make yourself comfortable here. If you need to cover yourself with a blanket, if you need to turn off the lights in your room, go ahead and do all of that. Make yourself at ease, make yourself comfortable.
Final resting posture, Shavasana. Arms by your sides, toes falling on either side. Eyes are heavy, softly closed. Pause to thank yourself for showing up to the practice. And now pause to thank one person, one thing, one circumstance, one experience that has made it possible for you to show up on your mat today. Complete surrender for the next few minutes. Relax your feet. Relax your shins and your knees. Allow your thighs to become heavy. Along with the pelvis, the thighs and the hips just completely surrenders into the ground. The belly and the chest expands with each inhalation, ready to receive. And the belly and the chest surrenders with each exhalation, ready to release. Shoulders and arms are heavy. Fingers are softly curling in toward the palm in their most natural, most relaxed state. The neck is long on the mat, the facial muscles are relaxed. All the way up to the crown of the head, you feel completely at ease. For the next few breaths, focus now here at the center of your forehead. For the last hour and 50 minutes, we have worked on integrating the left and the right. We have worked on creating a balance between releasing and receiving, strength and flexibility, acceptance and surrender. Now we pause here at the center of the forehead. That represents union, that represents the balance, the coming together of the two, the left and the right, the feminine and the masculine, the receiving and releasing. How do we find that balance? How do we know we have reached that balanced state? Every time you choose to live your life, trusting your own wisdom, leading with your own intuition, you have reached that balance. Only our intuition, our inner wisdom can help us reach that balance. can help us release, help us understand what we are ready to release, can help us receive what we really need. In this moment, seeing your higher self, imagining your higher self, a self that trusts the intuition, a self that leads with intuition, a self that is filled with wisdom, innate and divine, seated deep within you. Spiritual churning. Your truth is concealed in falsehood, like the taste of butter in buttermilk. Your falsehood is this perishable body. Your truth is your spirit. During many years, the buttermilk remains in view, while the butter has vanished as though it were not, till you receive the message, a divine nudge to shake the buttermilk in the churn, to shake it with method and skill. And teach me that my true self was hidden. The buttermilk is old. Keep it. Do not let it go till you extract the butter from it. Turn it deftly to and fro, that it may give you its secret. The secret is the mortal body is a proof of the immortal spirit. The mortal body is a proof of the immortal spirit. The mortal body is a proof of the immortal spirit. When you're ready, slowly bring movement back to the body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees, bring them in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Rock from side to side if that feels good. And when you're ready, inhale, lift yourself up to a seated position. Ending the class with 3 full breaths. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, reach up. Ready to receive. Exhale, bowing down and surrender. Inhale, I open myself up to receiving. Exhale, I bow down in gratitude. One more full breath here. I bow down to the goodness in you, the universe that dwells in you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Once again, please know that beginning month of July, all the registrations are happening through online. So please make sure you register and sign up for your membership. And all the information is shared on our HTGC Yoga WhatsApp group and Facebook group. Please make sure you sign up so you constantly get these updates and you receive the emails as well. Please make sure you register for the next 6 months. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. I'm so glad. Thank you, Amy, Nida, Louise, Steve, Milt, and everybody else that practiced with me this morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.